A restaurant favorite, Kadai Paneer is a comforting curry featuring soft cubes of paneer, a fresh homemade Kadai Masala, and this is one of my all-time favorites and it tastes so close to my childhood experiences. Let me show you how to make this restaurant favorite at home, and I'm going to tell you what the difference is between Kadai Paneer and Paneer Tikka Masala. Full recipe is on the website. Be sure to check it out for all the measurements, and let's get started. So I have a pan here heating on medium to medium high heat, and we're going to start by adding in some whole coriander seeds, and this is going to be the start to a delicious homemade roasted masala spice mix for this dish. So add a couple of tablespoons in there. Full ingredients will be on the website, linked down below. And then add in some black cumin or shahi jeera. It's a bit different than cumin seeds and I feel it's a bit more aromatic. And then we have some fennel seeds. It's sweet in scent and it adds so much aroma into the dish. Add that in as well. And then here is one of my favorites, green cardamom. Add that right in there. And then finally some dried Kashmiri red chilies just to add that heat. Now if you can't find the Kashmiri kind, if you can find the Californian red chilies or any other form of dried red chilies, that would work as well. Now you want to keep stirring and shaking that pan because once the pan gets nice and hot, those spices will change color really quickly. So keep shaking, keep moving the pan until you have spices that look golden brown and aromatic just like this. Then just transfer all of those roasted spices into a mortar and pestle, and you can use a spice grinder as well. Now I would recommend that you grind this by hand with a mortar and pestle. In case you don't have that, use a spice grinder. Just make sure you don't grind it to a fine powder. I quite enjoy the coarseness that the spice mix provides, and it really helps add to the texture along with the flavors. So when you take a bite of that beautiful sauce and you get a little hint, a little bite of those whole spices that are fragrant, aromatic, roasted, it just really adds to that entire experience. Then in a wok with some olive oil on medium-high heat, add in your quartered green peppers, your quartered onions, and your chunks of cubed paneer. Now I've cut these cubes of paneer pretty generously to really add to that restaurant style feel of this dish, and we are sauteing these veggies now to par cook them because at the end we'll just be finishing it by adding it to the sauce, and nobody likes to have raw onions and peppers in their curries. This should only take you around 3 to 6 minutes, and the veggies should be shiny and it should be a really aromatic experience. Once you've lightly roasted the paneer with the veggies, just set that aside, and now we can, in the same wok or pan, make our sauce. So add some more olive oil and then add in some butter as well, and then just let that get nice and molten. Then we'll temper these cumin seeds, get them nice and aromatic, then add in our chopped red onions. We want to saute this until they start to turn soft and start to turn a bit translucent, our general fare for most Indian curries. Now after some time of sauteing and stirring, the onions will start looking shiny and translucent just like this. And this is the perfect time for you to add in some julienne or strips of ginger. Throw in some chopped or minced garlic and then give this all a good mix, and you want to get this nice and aromatic. It already smells good. It's going to smell better. And once the rawness of the ginger and garlic have cooked out, then you can add in your freshly chopped tomatoes into the mix. And you're going to just give this all a good mix. And once you've mixed it all well, let's start adding some spices. We're going to start by adding in that freshly made Kadai Masala that we created. And I want you to be generous with that. That's our main flavor base. And we'll also add in some degi mirch, which is going to add a lot of red color without the spice to this dish. And you can see there's lots of steam coming out, and that's from all the juices of the tomatoes. Using organic tomatoes really helps to bring out the flavors in this dish. You can also use some salt to help speed up the cooking process and to make those tomatoes melt a little quicker. If at any point you feel that your masala, this mixture, is starting to burn in the bottom of the pan, then just add a splash of water and mix it really well and turn down the heat to ensure it doesn't happen again. Now, for any reason, if you cannot find paneer at any store, you can always make it at home. I have a really simple recipe. I'll link that on this video, so be sure to check it out. And if you do have the time, I would prefer you make it at home as well. So I guess by now I've done a couple of favorite restaurant paneer dishes. So we have Matar Paneer, Paneer Makhani, Paneer Tikka Masala, Paneer Butter Masala, Paneer Bhurji, and today's dish, Kadai Paneer. The next on the list is Shahi Paneer. And yes, there is a small difference between each of these dishes, and I hope you have learned the differences by watching these videos. I'll just link a playlist so you can check out and binge all of these paneer recipes and see what you want to make this weekend. But if you guys were following me on Instagram, you would have known and had a sneak peek on what I was going to be making today. So be sure to follow me there for all the behind the scenes experiments and things that I'm trying that are not on YouTube or Instagram. I've cooked down this tomato mixture until most of the moisture from the tomatoes have simmered away. And here's what a beautiful masala looks like. Now time to make the gravy part. So start adding in some pasara or pureed tomatoes. Now if you can't find pasara or pureed tomatoes, you can substitute with an equal amount of pureed fresh tomatoes. The chopped and pureed tomatoes together help provide the beautiful, chunky, tomatoey and saucy texture in our final dish. Mix that all well and just make that part of that beautiful masala, and we'll just simmer this open without a lid until it has reduced a little bit, and it's just so delicious. Adjust for salt at this stage as well. And where there's salt, there's some sweetness, so add in some honey. That's gonna help balance out those strong spicy flavors from the chili powder and that homemade Kadai Masala. Just mix that really well. It's gonna change the sauce color, it's gonna darken it a bit. And I really prefer honey over sugar when it comes to sweetening and adding some more balance to the sauce. And this special ingredient, dried fenugreek leaves, kasuri methi, really helps to just unite all those flavors together. It's a really special spice, and I would really push you to go and find this at your local Indian grocer. So you want to give it a light crush between your hands before you add it, and now add some garam masala to this as well. Now just mix, 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 and every time you see garam masala, you know you're towards the end of a recipe, and that's exactly where you're at. Now all you have to do is finish this with some 10% table cream, and then just mix this with that tomatoey masala. Let that cream start to simmer gently. We don't want it to boil too much, we don't want it to reduce too much. We're using 10% because it's lighter than heavy cream, and it can be really helpful to create a nice thin consistency from that initial thick tomatoey masala. Now just add in your sauteed peppers, paneer and onion into that super aromatic sauce. I think I've said that so many times, but it's just so good. And then just give it all a final mix, and all you have to do now is taste, adjust for seasoning, let those paneer cubes get nice and warm. You know they're ready when they become spongy, soft, and serve this with your favorite bread. Now this does look similar to paneer tikka masala, which I'll just post on the side here. And while yeah, they do look really similar, I tell you the smell and the flavor is quite different, and I want you to try both of them. As a matter of fact, check out the whole paneer playlist, okay? Now what separates paneer tikka masala from Kadai Paneer is the spice mix and the way the paneer is prepared. I like to marinate the paneer for paneer tikka masala with the peppers and all, and then roast that, almost like making paneer tikka, the skewer version of paneer, and the masala, the sauce separately. And at the end, they combine together. And we also use a much milder mix of spices to make the gravy for the paneer tikka masala. But for kadai paneer, as you saw, we used a variety of whole spices which we then roasted and then grinded into a coarse spice mix. And that coarseness, that adds a lot of texture. And just think of kadai paneer as a more robust, more rustic, and a spicier version of a paneer tikka masala. Plus, in this case, we're not roasting or skewering the paneers before adding it to the sauce. We're just lightly sauteing it with those veggies and then adding it at the end. Share this recipe with somebody who wants to make a delicious vegetarian protein dish at home, and I'm sure you're gonna love my favorite paneer makhani, which is in many ways the butter chicken for vegetarians. See you guys next time.